Mike. What day is it, Mike? It's hump day. And yes, we are halfway through the week and we are headed for Friday. As you'll recall, on Monday, we talked about the boss versus the leader. In our Leading in the Modern Age course, I've got students going through that now, and that's why this is so timely, that many of us have had an example of a bad boss. Think of somebody who you recall in your career as a bad boss. What did they do? What did they say that made you identify that individual as a bad boss? Did they steal credit from you? Did they demean you? Did they fail to see the efforts that you put in? Bad bosses have a myriad of different things that they do that make their people feel that they are worthless. And that's the worst feeling to have in the workplace. I had a bad boss. He had a plaque behind his desk that said the beatings will continue until morale improves. And that's how he managed his people. He used to say that he would put the foot of knowledge to the seat of understanding. How's that for a bad boss? You know, these individuals are cancers within their organization because not only did they affect you in a negative way, but it is more than likely they affected everybody in their department or on their team in a negative way. So much so that people in other departments knew about this individual and probably identified them as a bad boss also. It's difficult to overcome the feeling that a bad boss gives you. As you were thinking about it, you probably experienced a certain amount of emotion around remembering that individual. That's how long it sticks with us. But the good news is that we had good bosses. Now, in both cases, there's something that we call the ripple effect that permeates outside of them into their team, into other departments, and even within the organization that they're in, which is bad news if it's a bad boss, but it's wonderful news if it's a good boss, or a good leader, I should say. That's the difference, right? So when you think about a good boss in your career, what did they do or say that made you think of them as a good boss? Did they take special interest in you, or it made you feel that they were very interested in what you were doing and they gave you regular feedback? And when it was feedback for improvement, they said, look, I have confidence in you. I know you can do this. If you get stuck, let me know. Or they said, man, you did a wonderful job on that project. I'm so happy you're a part of my team. The impact that that has on us spans long after we have our time with that leader. And we feel, in a way, indebted to them for giving us the confidence that we needed to be able to grow ourselves and become leaders. And I've always felt obligated to those good leaders that I had, because I was lucky, I had a few, to be a good leader to someone else, to pay it forward, if you will. I want you to think about those people on your team, whether you're an emerging leader, an informal leader, or a formal leader. Take the time to let people know how much you appreciate them. It will mean a lot to them, especially when it comes from you and it's sincere. That has a huge impact. And what it does is it instills confidence in us, and we want to work harder for that good leader. They inspire us to put our best selves forward. And that makes all the difference, doesn't it? And the interesting thing about this is that we get increased productivity, we get increased personal investment in the mission of our department or our area. And how much does it cost us? Nothing. It doesn't cost us a penny to go and let people know that we are watching them, that we appreciate them, and they value them as a member of our team. That is what it's all about. That's what positive leadership is. And there are times as leaders that we don't feel good about ourselves. But when we share this kind of information, when we share this connection with our people, they'll be there to pick us up too. Because we all know we have our tough days and we're not always at our best, but we want to be. We really do. So I want you to think about that. We've got a few days left this week, or actually only a couple days, really, when you think about it. I want you to think about an individual or individuals in your department. Maybe you call a team meeting and you let them know how much you appreciate everybody's hard work and putting their best selves forward. Now, if you do it individually, again, it's super important to make sure that you're specific. As a matter of fact, during a team meeting, you could identify each individual and what their special contribution and value that you see in them. You'll inspire them to do better work and to make sure that they serve you in the best way possible. I always try to make it a point to let people know how much I appreciate them on a regular basis. And I don't make it sound canned. I make it sincere by being specific and letting them know the impact of their good work and how much I appreciate it. When we fill people with this, it makes a big difference. So although the bad boss can be a cancer with an organization, a good leader can be the medicine that everyone has needed. I want you to think about that. Enjoy your weekend. I hope it's long and restful. And I will see you in the coffee shop on Monday for our Monday morning cup of Joe. Take care.